but in a way where you're ramped up all day thinking you're gonna have to go through this, and then they're just like, no, here you go.
It's kind of anticlimactic. It's tough. So. I mean, I didn't want it to end this way. I'm happy to be on the team. My main goal was to be on the team coming into this tournament, and I did that. So despite the odds and despite the way I got on the team, I made it on the team. So
when you got injured, I mean, did you know what happened?
I didn't even know he was injured. But the coaches came up to me after the match and told me that he hurt himself during the match. He wrestled tough the whole match to be injured. So I mean, hats off to him. He's a competitor. He's a grinder. He's a great wrestler. So hopefully he gets better and help me improve with something.
If I wonder if you could assess that, despite the fact you didn't have much time to wrestle, assess, I guess, how you thought you wrestled tonight, what your fitness level?
I wrestled okay. My fitness level was, decent. He's a tough guy. He works hard, and I went 6 minutes and grinded it out. So every time I step on the mat, I might not have the best technique, but I know I always have the most heart. It's tough. It's difficult. I would like to have been winning the second match. Have dominated the second match and have a lot of Americans get to see me wrestle. So a lot of people won't be able to see me wrestle in London, so this is probably the last time I get to wrestle in front of America in a long time until next year's World Team Trial. So it's tough, but it is what it is.
How did you find out?
They just told me. The national team coach, Zeke Jones, came up to me and told me that Hal was pulling out, that he was injured and he won't be able to wrestle the second match. So it's tough. Hopefully he improves and gets better.
What was your reaction?
It sucks, I wanted to go out there and wrestle a second match. I'm a competitor. I'm a natural competitor, so it's not always fun to win this way. But like I said, hopefully he heals up and is back next year.
Now I guess, now with London right there, it's there. What's ahead of you?
Wrestling. We're going to Azerbaijan for the World Cup, April 30th. So doing a lot of competing this summer. And just trying to improve, just steadily trying to improve. I'm trying to be like a sponge, just soaking up all the technique and improving as much as I can before the Olympic Games come, so I can definitely go another.
When do you think it'll go from kind of sucking to kind of being awesome?
I just got to let it sink in. It'll probably, I'll never forget this, for the rest of my life. I always remember I had that second match that wasn't wrestling, but for me, I won the first match, I gutted it out and got it done, so I'm happy about it.
Did Andrew reveal anything to you that you need to work on here?
He wrestles tough every time I wrestle. He always ties me up. He's a grinder. We're basically flashy style, so I'm tired like the rest of the open. So I knew that's what he was working for. He showed a lot more offense this time than he has in previous years. But he worked hard, man. We always have battles, so I appreciate wrestling a lot.
You've made no secret about what your goals are in London. Where is that level of confidence in putting all that out there?
Just years of success. I've won since I was a kid. I was a two-time national champ at college, world champ this past year. So every time I step out on the mat, I expect to win. I just have that swagger and confidence about me that every time I step out, I need to win and do whatever it takes.
Andrew, I bring anything this time that surprised you?
He shot. He had a left-handed high crotch today. He usually shoots that right-handed single. He had a left-handed high crotch, which was pretty good. He got on my legs a couple times, took me down a couple times, but got it done in the end.
Seemed like that second period he slowed you down a little bit there. Maybe the first minute and a half or so.
Yeah,
you feel like that a little bit?
He's tough, man. He always wrestles me tough. He's a grinder. He had some good shots, good takedowns. Great tournament earlier today. It was my first match and his fourth match. So he was a little bit more seasoned in terms of today. A little more warmed up, a little more loose, and I was just a little bit nervous. So I was hoping to come out and loosen up the second match.
How good is he defensively in comparison to everyone else?
He's tough. He's a tough guy. Obviously, he made it through this tournament. This is the second time we wrestled in the finals. World Team Trials last year, Olympic Trials this year, and probably World Team Trials next year. So he's a tough guy. He always beats everyone else in the weight class, and he definitely pushes me to keep competing and keep working hard.
You watched the tournament earlier today at all? Or you?
I watched the finals. I watched him against Paulson in the finals. I wrestled both of those guys, and they're both tough. And that was good.
What'd you do? You came in and worked out earlier or something?
Yeah, came out and drilled earlier today, just trying to get warmed up a little bit. I didn't want to sit around all day, and come out here cold. So to Just a little drilling with Snyder, my coach Snyder, and
You get those lungs. Did you try to blow those lungs out at all early in the day?
yeah, I tried to blow them out early. We wrestled like a 5-minute go, did a lot of hard drilling, trying to get prepared for tonight. You know, I was a little bit nervous, a little bit tense, a lot of people here, and it's a big stage, you know, but I just gotta I've been wrestling since I was 5 years old, you know, so wrestling match, no matter if there's 5 people watching or 13,000 people watching, it's always the same, you know, it's wrestling. So that's the way I have to approach it at the Olympic Games. Hopefully I can work it.
What Gable say to you over here?
He's happy for me. He said congrats, I'm going to the show. You know, a lot of people here probably wanted to see a second match, but you know, it is what it is, you know. So basically, don't be disappointed about the way it was finished and the way I made the team. You just continue to strive for goals.